Hi everyone, I'm Kiran. Welcome back to the Literature Review series. In this episode, we will explore the critical literature review, what it is, why it matters, and how you can use it in your thesis or research paper. Have you ever read a research article and thought, wait, something doesn't add up here? That's exactly the skill we sharpen with a critical literature review. Unlike other types of reviews, this one doesn't just collect studies, it questions them, challenges assumptions, and even redraws the map of knowledge in your field of study. Picture yourself as a detective in a mystery case. Research studies are like witnesses. Each one tells you part of the story. Some are reliable, some are shaky, and some even contradict with each other. Your job is not to accept everything the studies are saying. Your job is to question, cross-examine them, and piece the story together. That's exactly what a critical literature review does. Moving on to definition of critical literature review. It is more than just a summary of articles. It is a way of analyzing, comparing, and questioning research so you can spot strengths, weaknesses, hidden assumptions, and gaps. Instead of just reporting what's been written, you focus on what it really means. This is where you start making an intellectual contribution. Now, what is the purpose or why you should choose a critical literature review? Because sometimes you don't just want the list of what exists. You want to challenge old ideas that everyone takes for granted, show contradictions in how researchers define or measure things. You reveal where studies are biased or incomplete, and most importantly, lay the foundation for a new perspective or theoretical framework in your thesis or paper. Let's understand it through example. Work from home productivity. So our research question is, does working from home improve productivity? If we do narrative review, it would say some studies say yes, others say no. And if we choose systematic review, it might say across 20 studies, productivity increased by 15% on an average. But a critical review digs deeper and asks, how are these studies defining productivity? Hours worked, tasks completed, or creativity? Do they look at IT workers and ignore teachers or factory workers or health workers? Do they consider gender roles, childcare, or burnout? This type of review forces you to look beyond the surface and ask, what are we really learning here? Now, how to conduct critical review. Here is a simple way to approach it. Number 1, start with a clear focus. Are you critiquing theories, methods, or assumptions? Second, gather your sources like you did earlier and I explained in the earlier videos. For each study, ask critical questions. What is solid here? What is present? What is missing? What assumptions are being made? Then compare the studies. Do they agree? Do they contradict? Or leave blind spots? Finally, build your own argument. End by suggesting a new lens, a refined definition, or even a new model that future research could use. Let's understand it through analogy. Think of it like maps. As I said it earlier, that it helps in redrawing the map. A narrative review hands you a tourist brochure. Here are the top 10 attractions. Systematic review gives you GPS directions. Here is the shortest route possible. But a critical review redraws the whole map. This road is blocked, this one is misleading, and here is another shortcut no one noticed. That's the power of critical reviewing. You will most often see critical reviews in PhD theses and dissertations, especially in theory building chapters. Conceptual papers in top journals, policy critiques where assumptions needed to be challenged, Fields like sociology, education, political science, and gender studies, these areas full of debates and shifting ideas, where critical review plays very important role. While writing critical review, you don't just summarize the studies. Critical review argues. For example, you can use the lines like, or you can start the sentences with, while study A argued, it overlooked dash dash. Although study B provided evidence, but it fails to consider, or this review shows a gap in XYZ. This way, you are not just repeating knowledge, you are shaping the conversation. To sum up, a critical literature review isn't about collecting what is out there, it is about challenging, rethinking it, and contributing something fresh. In our next video, we'll move on to the next type of literature review. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and see you in the next episode.